Hello there, everybody, and welcome to another week of the HTFL. We're going to be doing things a little bit differently from here on out because I want to get this project over with, and I figure if I do 5 games a week starting next week, I can have this project done in about 7 or 8 weeks, given days off for the holidays. The reason why I'm going to make the change starting next week, we're going to play out the last 5 games of the 13th week, but we're going to do this because it's not because I'm bored with the project, because I'm not. I could have done every game if I wanted to. Um, it's that a lot of uncertainty with what's coming in 2021. Are we going to go back on a COVID lockdown again? Sorry, folks, I had the cough. Uh, you know, I have a feeling I should be getting this project done sooner rather than later, and I'm going to move forward with that. But you're going to see the last 5 games of week 13 this week, and then we will go play 5 games week 14, then week 15, then week 16, week 17. And then by Christmas week, we should be getting into the playoffs, and then we'll probably have to take a break over the holidays for a few days and figure that out, and then move ahead and get the project over with. Like I said, I would keep the project going as long as humanly possible, but I kind of get the feeling that I need to get it over with. Just call it a hunch, call it whatever you want. But starting with next week, we're just going to do 5 games a week, and we're going to have the recap show is going to be a little fuller. We're going to play 11 games out and just try to get to the crux of this. Every playoff game will be played. And you've seen all these teams a bunch of times. So I really don't see the point now in prolonging the project any further, and just try to get it over with. I get it over with and play 5 games a week instead of 10. I can get it done in 7, 8 weeks. If I keep it going, it'll probably be more like 3 months. And right now, the way they're threatening another big time COVID lockdown in that time, who knows? Who knows how much time we have? So we're going to go right to the slide. So stand by, folks. Big Polly's World of Sports Sims proudly presents the HTFL. We're in the second half of the televised games of Week 13. Today it's Baltimore traveling to Denver, and I'm Big Polly coming to you live, or on tape actually, for broadcast at 7:30 initially in the PM this Monday, the 16th of November. So we will get you started, and we're going to try to wrap up this project. If you weren't paying attention to my opening spiel, we're going to try to get this project done by mid-late January. That is the goal right now. Baltimore and Denver, the Battle of the Johnnies, or a Johnny and a John. It is 52 degrees, not a bad day in Mile High. The Mile High City at Sports Authority Field. The computer will control Baltimore. I will control Denver. Denver will receive. Denver in the blue and Baltimore in the whites. Johnny Unitas, John Elway, Brian Billick, and Mike Shanahan, the coaches. And we'll get this one started. And the kickoff is going to be 5 yards deep in the end zone, so that'll be a touchback. For Denver, Davis and Humphrey at running back. Smith and Marshall, your wideouts. Sharp at tight end. Elway at quarterback. Clady, Bishop, Nalen, Neal, Lepsis, your offensive line. For Baltimore, Marchetti, Nagata, Lipskin, and Donovan are your front four. Hendricks, Lewis, and Suggs are your linebackers. McAllister, Keene, Reed, and Volk are your defensive backs. You got 4 10s in the lineup for Baltimore, including that 10-plus safety in Ed Reed. So on 1st and 10, we're giving it to Davis, trap right. That's a gain of 2 yards. Nagata makes the stop. And let's take a look at how Denver has been doing so far this season. Their first loss was to Kansas City, 27-24. Then they lost to San Diego in Week 6, 48-35, in a game that wasn't even that close. San Francisco had it in the bag early in the third quarter, and Denver took advantage of the second-string defenders for the 49ers and feasted on them. Third loss was to Kansas City, 20-13. Their fourth loss was to Pittsburgh, 17-14, and they just beat Tampa Bay barely, 27-20, and they get Baltimore. They're getting Baltimore now. They get Seattle next week, and that'll be one of the games we have next week. I can tell you that. Trap left, Terrell Davis. Gain of 2 yards. Lewis on the stop for Baltimore. And they go to Rod Smith here on the medium cross. I just had hamburgers, so if it sounds like there's something in my some debris in my mouth, that is why. The third down pass was incomplete. So Denver will punt. They're going to bring in Scarpito. And his punt is away. The wind is 0 to 5 miles an hour, negligible. And Baltimore starts 1st and 10 at their own 34. Lewis and Washington are your running backs. Berry and Alexander at wideout. Heap at tight end. Unitas at quarterback. Ogden, Yanda, Curry, Grubbs, and Vogel will be your offensive line. For Denver, it is Price, Dumerville, Costa, and Jackson your front four. Miller, Gradishar, Mecklenburg your linebackers. Harris Jr., Wright, Atwater, and Thompson will be your defensive backs. See what Johnny U could do here on first down. He's going to throw incomplete, looking for Heap. And we'll look at how Baltimore has been doing so far this season. They come in 7-4. They have won 3 in a row, beating Tampa Bay 48-31. We televised that a few weeks ago. Baltimore beating San Diego 16-13, a game we were going to have, but we had technical issues that night. And they beat New Orleans 32-16. Their losses were a 48-45 shootout to Kansas City, and then a 2017 loss to 45-48 loss to Cincinnati, 2017 loss to Kansas City. They lost to Cleveland 23-16, and they lost to Carolina 23-21. 2nd and 10, ball at the 34. Flag.
False start. Offense. Number 82, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
And that is Alexander getting called for the false start, making it 2nd and 15. This is a screen to Joe Washington that gains 8, but it's coming back.
Number 72, 10-yard penalty.
Vogel called for holding, and it's 2nd in a cab ride now from Santa Fe, New Mexico. Ball to 19. Unitas throws. Yoink! Interception. O'Neal appears to have had an interception. We'll see.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. Interception.
So O'Neal with his first pick of the day. Delta O'Neal with 2 interceptions so far this season. And now Denver will take over 1st and 10 at the 35. Play action long fly to Rod Smith. That's no catch. Elway checked down to Humphrey, and Humphrey could not hold on to it. We'll go off tackle right. Actually, we're going to screen it with Terrell. That falls off his hands. And an incompletion. 3rd and 10. It is 52 degrees in Denver, so no need for the dropsies here. Medium fly, Brendan Marshall on 3rd and 10. Should be enough for the first down if they can get to it, but he can't. And on 4th and 10, the field goal would be 46% chance of a successful one. And McManus is going to try it from 52. Pushed it left, no good. So Baltimore takes over, as Denver could not do anything with the turnover they got, and it's ball to 42 and a first down, no score with 12:22. Hard to believe that little time has gone off the clock, but that's what's happened. Heap with the catch, gain of 12. Unitas threw for 343 against New Orleans. 4 touchdowns, went 21 for 35. First and 10 at the 46. Jamal Lewis, a gain of 2 yards. They're going to bring in Lenny Moore as the third wideout, and he is being guarded by a safety instead of a linebacker, as we've seen some of the other teams do, to much to their detriment. A gain of 6.
Offense, number 75, 10-yard penalty.
Ah. If we take the penalty, it will be... Oh, we got to take the penalty. Because I thought it was 3rd and 8, not 2nd and 8. So we got to take the penalty there. 2nd and 18 at the 46. The throw, incomplete. Looking for Alexander. Harris Jr. on the deflection. And it's now 3rd and 18 at the 46. This is Heap catching it underneath the coverage. A gain of 8. And Baltimore will have to punt at the Denver 46. I will watch for a fake punt, because we live in the era of fake everything. I'm going to return it. And that was Upchurch, who went nowhere real fast, a 3-yard loss. The punt went 33, so the net will be 36. 9:59 left opening quarter. And it is still no score. Davis, trap right. That is a gain of a yard. Suggs makes the tackle. Bobby Humphrey will get his first chance at the ball. Actually, I think they threw to him earlier, but that's incomplete. Humphrey, not much going on for him. And it is 3rd and 9. I remember Humphrey when he played for the University of Alabama. Fly to Demarius Thomas. A sack by Ray Lewis and a loss of 6. And Denver has to punt from back in their own end. It's Scarpetto. Fair caught? Actually, no, it was returned. Lewis, Jermaine Lewis, with a 7-yard return. The punt went 48, so the net was 41. We have 8:19 left opening quarter. It is still no score. Ball to 46. That's a throw and a catch to Joe Washington, just short of the first down, but he picks up 10. 2nd and inches, ball to 36. This is a screen to Jamal Lewis, a fumble, which Lewis picked up. The gain total was 14 yards, and the ball is marked at the 22. A 1st and 10 at the 22. Unitas. Remember, Baltimore is a combination of the Colts and the Ravens. The Colts prior to their move to Indianapolis, and the Ravens after they moved from Cleveland. That was a throw underneath to Washington, but right through his hands. 2nd and 10 at the 22. That was intended for Raymond Berry, but Wright was on the coverage for Denver. A 3rd and 10 at the 22. Incomplete.
Encroachment defense. Number 64, 5-yard penalty.
That's Costa they get for encroachment. 3rd and 5. Ball at the 17. Unitas. A draw play to Jamal Lewis, who gains 2. So Tucker will come on and try a 32-yarder, which he pushes right. No good. And Denver gets it back with 5:34 to go. And we still have no score. Davis, trap left. Well, it's not for lack of trying. 3-yard gain. Lewis makes the tackle. Davis on the run. And they're going to go Rod Smith here on the medium crossing route. Elway fires it in there, incomplete. He was actually checking it down to Brendan Marshall, but could not find it there. They put 4 wide in the game, which means it'll be Smith, Watson, Marshall, and Thomas in. But it's going to Terrell Davis on a screen, who only picks up 4. Denver will punt. Here's Scarpetto. And back and forth we go. Lewis, not a fair catch. It was returned. It was 6 yards on the return. The punt went 47, so the net was 41. First and 10 at the 30 for Baltimore. And that is a throw to Raymond Berry right on the tackle, a gain of 17. First and 10 at the 47 now. Pitch is to Joe Washington, who gains 2. Second and 8. The ball at the 49. Incomplete. And that's the second drop of the day for Joe Washington. Third and 8. Ball at the 49. Baltimore's 49. And Unitas is going to run. Had a burst of speed there, but he only gained 7. Needed 9. Or needed 8. Fourth and a yard. Ball at the 44. I'll watch for the fake, but it's a sideline punt by Koch to the 10, and the punt goes 34 yards. Stop me if you heard me say this before, but we have no score. Davis, off tackle right side. Got 2 good defenses here, and I have a feeling that's why we have not seen a break in the scoring yet. No gain. Davis was stood up by Nagata. They'll go Humphrey. Mr. Humphreys, are you free? That's for all Red Sox fan. Had that flat top haircut back in the day, 1990 or so. Gain of 4. And Suggs makes the tackle. Third and 6. Isn't it weird to be doing these sports board game videos and have somebody that's into the same British comedies that you are in? Like, I've always been a big fan of Are You Being Served? I'm free. Terrell Davis, screen, third and 6. And that's a first down. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. We have no score. I know you're getting tired of me saying it, but that's the truth. Baltimore, 15 plays, 74 yards. The Broncos, 14 plays for 16 yards. So they're really struggling against this Baltimore defense. And they're going to look for Stukes here and try to take advantage of him on this first and 10. We're going to go play action long pass to Marshall with a minimal wind. Speaking of Are You Being Served, in 79 CBS tried to Americanize Are You Being Served, and they called it Beans of Boston, and it didn't go over well. Trap right, Terrell Davis. Gain of 6. Biggest problem they had was the casting. Tom Poston wasn't really a believable Mr. Grace. Third and 4. Rod Smith. John Hillerman as Captain Peacock really didn't work. Gain of 9. That is Elway to Smith. And it's first and 10 at the 35. And Charlotte Ray really wasn't what I would consider a believable Mrs. Slocum. And she couldn't make any cat jokes on an Americanized version of Beans of Boston, of Are You Being Served. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Second and 10 at the 35. That last play, by the way, was Elway pitching it to Humphrey and Volk making the tackle. So I guess in Baltimore he will be a Volk hero. Pass by Elway. I forgot who he threw it to. And, well, I'm going to remember it now. Rod Smith, a gain of 15. McAllister makes the tackle. And it's first and 10 at the 50. Trap right. Loss of a yard. Suggs. And makes the tackle. Davis on the run. Davis has 7 carries, but only for 13 yards. Marshall, a reverse on 2nd and 11. Might as well try something new because nothing else has been working. Lipscomb, big baddie Lipscomb makes the tackle. 3rd and 8, the ball at the 48. This is going to be Shannon Sharp on the medium cross. A heavy blitz called, so we're going to change it to a slant to somebody.
False start. Offense, number 66, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 3rd down.
They nailing for a false start, and it's going to be 3rd and 13 now. Still go to Shannon on the medium out route. This Baltimore defense is ferocious. Denver has only gained 48 yards in about 20 minutes of playing time. Scarpetto will punt, and he'll go deep. And the punt goes 46 yards, return 13 by Lewis. And Baltimore gets it 1st and 10 at their own 20. We're still looking for our first score of the game. That is Unitas to Alexander, who gains 17. Has Johnny Unitas hung with the big boys? Well, I guess you could make that argument. His passer rating in the game is 95. In the real averages of the game, he's at 85.5, or his rating should be 85.5. But in the replay, he is 95.2. He's thrown for 2607. He has 23 touchdowns and only 9 picks. So Johnny U has done the job. So if any of you think that he couldn't hang with the young whippersnappers, well, he can. Incomplete. Gradishar tipped that, intended for Heap. 2nd and 10 at the 37. Unitas back to throw. And another interception. Bill Thompson with his 3rd interception of the year. And now Denver gets it back. That's 2 picks now for Unitas. He's 6 of 14, 78 yards. Elway is 4 of 12 for 34, so both quarterbacks really having a tough time getting it going. You think they'd be playing in frigid conditions the way the offenses have been struggling. Davis gained 3. It's now 2nd and 7. Medium fly to Rod Spiff. Heavy blitz called, so we're going to screen it to Humphreys. Humphrey. I'm free. There he goes. 40, 30. Gain of 24 to the 28. And that was his first catch of the day. Trap right, Terrell Davis. He gains 3. Keene may have been hurt. One of the corners, his return probable. Stukes will come in. And that might give Denver a matchup advantage. They could isolate Marshall onto Stukes. And they will try it right here, a medium fly route. Incomplete. 3rd and 5. How about the old-fashioned screen to Marshall? With a blitz coming, which may work to Denver's advantage. Oh, no, incomplete. They got it, tipped it at the line. 4th and 5, McManus with a 50-50 shot of getting the first points on the board. And there it is. McManus, a 40-yard kick is good, and it's 3-0 Denver. So I was thinking for the longest time we would just continue on at 0-0 for a while. Lewis Hildenbrand back deep for Baltimore. We should give you the return team. Lewis, Hildenbrand, and Laird for Baltimore. And I don't think Denver has gotten a kickoff yet, but let's just look at them real fast. Their kickoff return team, Upchurch, Drones, and Little. So Denver has it Baltimore has it 1st and 10 at the 20. That's incomplete. Unitas to Barry. 2nd and 10 at the 20 now. Both quarterbacks struggling. A gain of 6. Price on the tackle, Lewis on the carry. 3rd and 4. The crowd at Denver tries to get the defense going. A 4-yard gain. Might have gotten the first down. I will challenge.
Upon further review, the runner was stopped short of the first down. No timeout will be charged.
They will say he is short of the first down, and it will be 4th down. And that's the difference of Baltimore getting a new set of downs and them punting, which they're going to do now. Coke, the punt, a rocket, 52 yards. Upchurch returns at 7. So we're down to 6:34 left in the second quarter. It is 3-0 Denver. Terrell Davis, a trap to the right side, which gets to the line, and that's it. And we'll go Bobby Humphrey. This is Humphrey. And he's tackled at the 27-yard line. Gain of 2. Ted Hendricks, the Mad Stork, makes the stop there. 3rd and 8. A little homage to Lindsey Nelson with the passing of Paul Hornung there. Incomplete. 4th and 8. And Scarpino will punt. And we're seeing a lot of punting going on. Punt goes 44. No return. And I'm getting somebody calling me, who I probably don't want to talk to. Sorry, folks. Baltimore takes over. 4:55 left to go. Opening half, 3-0 in favor of Denver. Lewis, straight ahead, 5 yards. Mecklenburg on the tackle. And it's 2nd and 5 at the 34. Joe Washington, I think. Yes, it is. He gains 9 yards. Dumerville makes the tackle for Denver, and it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Joe Washington picks up 5 on that last play. Harris Jr. injured but stays in. 2nd and 5 at the 48. Joe Washington, no gain. And Denver is opting not to use the timeout now that we're under 3 minutes. 3rd and 5 at the 48. Lewis, a first down.
Offense.
But it's going to get wiped out by the first down. Todd Heap wipes out a first down for his side. And it's 3rd and 20. Ball at the 33. Incomplete, looking for Heap. And Denver gets it back on the punt. Probably need to look up how many punts we have had today. We had 2 turnovers. Here's a return by Upchurch. Return 32. The punt went 52. So let me see if I can see. Well, Baltimore right now 0 for 6 in first and third down conversions. Denver is 2 out of 9. So we have had quite a bit of punts going on. We'll answer this riddle a little later. Pitch to Davis, 1st and 10 at the 47. Denver's own 47. This is a nice run for TD. He picks up 15. And Suggs makes the tackle for Baltimore. And we'll go to the 2-minute warning. Ball at the 38. Each team with all 3 timeouts left. Sharp. Short out. Incomplete.
Holding. Offense. Number 62. 10-yard penalty.
Neal called for the hold. And it's 1st and 20. Davis. Screen pass. And this is going to get some yardage back. In fact, all of it. And Davis all the way. 36 yards to the 12. Wow. Nicely done by Terrell Davis. And Denver's going to call one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left. So Davis now 3 catches for 46 yards. And this is going to be a cross to Smith, Rod Smith, but that falls incomplete. 5 bad passes for Elway. He's now 7 of 19 today. Davis will run, trap right side. Actually, no. Davis will get it on the screen because that just works so well. But that's incomplete. And a bad throw by Elway. 3rd and 10, ball at the 12. How about Shannon over the middle? Medium slant. That also dropped. And McManus comes on and tries a field goal from 29. And this is good. So it's now 6-0 in favor of Denver. Lewis, Hildenbrand, and Laird back deep for Baltimore. Touchback. So Johnny Yu has a little work to do. He has 3 timeouts. He's got a minute 22. See if he can get in the scoring range. That's over the middle to Heap. And a gain of 16. 1st and 10 at the 36. The throw, caught. Berry, his longest catch of the year, surprisingly, at 29 yards. And that moves it to the Denver 35. Baltimore has called back-to-back timeouts. They have 1 left. Jamal Lewis stuffed for a loss of 2. Price on the tackle. And Baltimore calls their last timeout. Down the sideline, that's Raymond Berry. And he just eclipsed his old record for longest catch of the year with a 37-yard gain. Never count Johnny Yu out when they need a score. 6-6. Tucker with the point after. It is good. And it is 7-6 with 48 seconds now left in the half. Take the touchback. And will Elway try to answer him? Medium out to Marshall. Incomplete. I think they will try again. Broncos have 2 timeouts left, so they could still do as they please. Marshall, medium slant. He's open and he's got it. A pickup of 18. And Denver will call a timeout with 36 seconds to go. How about Sharp over the medium out? Not over the middle. We'll go an out route. And he's got it. Gain of 16. Elway will hurry to the line. And with 30 seconds left, they should get this off plenty of time. Marshall on the hitch, which is caught. A gain of 14. We have 10 seconds left. Now you want to use that last timeout. Nope. I didn't want that screen to come up. Thank you very much. There. McManus will try a long field goal. Yes, I want to try a field goal. I know I'm kicking on 1st down, but might not get another chance. And this is blocked. And we'll see what happens here. Donovan recovered the block kick. And it was blocked by a man who's no stranger to blocking kicks, Ted the Mad Stork Hendricks. So Baltimore gets a last play. 6 seconds to go. And we'll see what they can do. Prevent, deep zone, 3-1. Incomplete. 3 drops for Joe Washington today, and we have reached halftime. It is 7-6 Baltimore. I will be right back in just a moment. And I'm back. I had to sneeze. I had to grab a water. And we are 34 minutes and 53 seconds into this. It's been a slow and plodding game a little bit. I just had to sneeze again. So it's 7-6 in favor of the Ravens. Lewis back deep for Baltimore. We have 200 yards on the board for Baltimore, 31 plays. Denver has run 42 plays and has gotten a buck 81. There's the kickoff. Lewis will return it. Out to the 30. The return was a 31 yards. A 1st and 10 at the 30. The throw incomplete, looking for Joe Washington. 2nd and 10 at the 30. That is long over the middle to Joe Washington, who gains 40 yards, his longest catch of the year, and Baltimore in business at the Denver 30-yard line. Just beginning the second half. Unitas goes long again. That's to Derek Alexander. And Unitas with the quick strike. 13-6 Baltimore. The extra point, good. It's 14-6. That did not take long. That took 1 minute and 22 seconds off of the third quarter clock. So Denver will now get it. Upchurch. And a couple other guys. A touchback. Trap left, Terrell Davis. And that's going to be a gain of 7 yards. 2nd and 3. Marshall, a medium cross. That's caught. A gain of 14. 1st and 10. Davis, the screen. A fumble recovered by Baltimore. It's Terrell Suggs. How about that? So Denver really going to pay for all the miscues in the first half, where they were getting 3 points when they probably should have got 7. 1st and 10 at the Denver 49. This is Lewis. He's going to be back at the line, and that's it. Jackson makes the tackle. Setting up 2nd and 10. Throw incomplete. Todd Heap tried to catch that. 3rd and 10 at the 49. That is a catch. And that is a touchdown. Alexander again. That play went 49 yards. And Baltimore just exploding on the Broncos. 21-6 in favor of the Ravens. Did I say this game was boring a few minutes ago? Upchurch back deep, a touchback. Davis off tackle right. They stay committed to the running game, but you wonder at this point, is it wise for Elway to do so? And there's Davis. He picks up 18. And it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Davis, off tackle right. A pickup of 12. It is 1st and 10 now at the 50. Sharp, medium crossing route. Instead, it's a check down to Rod Smith, who gains 4. Keene back in the game. Or I nearly said the Colts, but it's the Ravens. Trap right. Actually, we're going to go medium fly to somebody. Marshall gains 4 yards. Stukes on the tackle. 3rd and a couple. Screen it to Davis. That's on the money. Davis to the 31. He picks up 11. Elway now back over 500 throwing the ball. He is 16 of 31 with 203. It's pretty much a situation now where you pretty much got to throw the ball up. Marshall, you don't have to throw it up on every play, but you're down this much. You need quick scores, I would think. Javis, trapped to the right side, and that gets stuffed at the line. 3rd and 10, we'll go sharp, a medium crossing route, blitz coming. And that's caught by Shannon. Pickup of 16. Reed on the stop for Baltimore. We're down to 6:10 left, 3rd quarter. I'll tackle right, Terrell Davis. Loss of a yard, making it now a 2nd and 11. We'll go back to Shannon on the short cross. Thrown underneath to Davis, who picks up 9. And that's a season high in receiving yards for Terrell Davis. 3rd and 2 at the 7. 4 wide now in the game for Denver. They're going to look to Thomas. Davis over the middle, a touchdown. So as the Broncos shown on a few occasions this season, they could play catch-up with the best. They will try for the single extra point. It is good, and it is 21-13. And they kick off from the 40 instead of the 35. They'll kick at an angle. And one of the other return men got that one, Hillenbrand. 28 yards to the 30. Roby made the tackle for Denver. 1st and 10 from there. How about Washington back to the line and a crackback block against Bill Curry? We'll take that. 1st and 25 at the 15. So tide might be turning here a little bit. Gain of a yard for Lewis. Atwater on the stop. 2nd and 24. Throw. Incomplete.
Illegal motion. Offense. Number 82. 5-yard penalty.
We'll decline it. Try to get the ball back faster. 3rd and 24. Unitas. That is complete to Alexander.
Defense.
Oh, a tripping against Costa, and that is big.
1st down.
Costa. You don't see tripping called very frequently, but when it is, it's a hammer. 1st and 10 at the 42 now. Baltimore out of jail. And a very unfavorable down and distance situation, which has now been wiped away. Lewis gained 6. He had 102 yards against New Orleans. Right now, Lewis at 9 carries, 24 yards, 1 catch for 14. 2nd and 4 at the 48. That's a throw and a catch to Lewis.
Number 72, 5-yard penalty.
But the catch to tackle ineligibly downfield. So it's 2nd and 9 at the 43. It's Washington who threw that. Shades of his 1978 season with the Colts where he threw a touchdown pass on Monday Night Football. That's incomplete. 3rd and 9 at the 43. Unitas completed to Alexander.
Holding offense.
But it's coming back.
10-yard penalty.
Vogel. 3rd and 19 at the 33. Vogel was called for holding. Buck 26 now left, 3rd quarter. Incomplete pass. Yeah, they rule it incomplete. They were both jockeying for the ball. Harris Jr. for Denver and Alexander for Baltimore, but it fell to the ground before either one of them could assert control. So Baltimore punts finally. 4th and 19 at the 33. That was a 7-play drive that probably should have gone 3. Upchurch, a return of 10 yards. Punt went 44. And Denver has a 1st and 10 at their own 33. And I think they're going to keep to the air. Rod Smith, a medium cross. He's on it. That gets them close to midfield, a 17-yard gain. In fact, it puts them right at midfield. So I think Elway has spotted a tell, I guess you could say, in the Baltimore defense. Screen to Marshall. He's got it. He'll have a first down and more. A pickup of 20. And we will end the third quarter with just 14 seconds left. We'll run that off. It's 21-13 in favor of Baltimore. Baltimore has 342 yards, 43 plays. Look at Denver. They have 55 plays and 327. This is going to be a draw to Davis on first down. And this is going to work quite nicely. Just short of the first was Davis. It'll be second and inches. Medium pass to Marshall. Marshall. Caught. Touchdown. And Denver has climbed back in it. It was 21-6 a short time ago. Now 21-19. They will go for the 2 points. Put a full house defense in. And they're going to give it to Portis. Clinton Portis. A 50-50 chance he could get it in. He does. We're tied. So the 2-point conversion is successful. And it's a dead even game now at 21-21. Lewis back deep for Baltimore. Both teams showing a lot of fight and showing themselves worthy of being prospective playoff teams. Both of them 7-4 right now. Lewis gains 10. He'll be short of the first down. 10 carries on the day, 34 yards. And it's second and inches at the 30. Unitas incomplete. Third and inches at the 30. Lewis, a first down, just barely. First and 10 Baltimore at the 30. Lewis loses a yard. Costa makes the tackle. Second and 11 at the 29. That's incomplete, looking for Alexander, tipped by Atwater. Jackson was hurt on the last play. And they will bring in Greg Cragen out of Utah State to replace him. A third and 11 at the 29. Unitas on the money to Lenny Moore. And Lenny Moore has running room and a touchdown. Unitas, 71 yards to Moore. He has 366 on the day. And it's 27-21, just like that. We'll look at the play again. Lenny Moore slipped behind the defensive back that Denver had, and he weaved his way to the end zone. 27-21. Here is Tucker with the point after. Good. 28-21 with 11:21 to go. And I'll down it. So Elway will come back, I'm sure. Unitas is 14 of 32, but his completions have not been too terrible. 366. He has 4 touchdowns and 2 picks. Marshall, medium hitch, sack, Suggs on to Elway. And I'm sure Denver will keep throwing. Marshall, medium out. Baltimore, playing a loose defense, but that's still a 12-yard gain, and that gives Elway 304, getting him over the 300-yard mark. So both quarterbacks now over 300. Owens on 3rd and 4 will run it, but he's short. A 2-yard loss, a 2-yard gain, but he needed 4, so it feels like a loss. Scarpito will punt, and now Denver needs to stop defensively. I'm sure they'll be questioning the call to go for a run on 3rd and 4 here, but that's how it goes. 1st and 10 at the 27 for Baltimore. Here's Lewis with no gain. Now a 2nd and 10. A gain of 7. Wright limping off. Out for the game. So now it is O'Neal. Delta O'Neal, who we saw earlier picking off a pass. He is in the game. Atwater and Bill Thompson, who we also saw with an interception earlier today. 3rd and 3 at the 34. Barry gains 10. And it's 1st and 10 at the 44. Unitas, Heap, another first down, a gain of 17, and Unitas now over 3,000 yards on the season. He's at 393 today. A 1st and 10 at the 39 of Denver. Denver needs a stop, and they need one soon. Gain of 8 by Lewis. Doomerville on the tackle. 2nd and 2 at the 31. Washington will get the first down, and Baltimore keeps the sticks moving. That's a gain of 5. 1st and 10 at the 26. Lewis. Gain of 13. Thompson on the tackle. 1st and 10 at the 13. This could be Quayton's for the Broncos here, but they make a big play there. Jackson on the tackle. A loss of 3. That is Malik Jackson, not Tom Jackson, the longtime ESPN commentator. 2nd and 13 at the 16. Here's Lewis. A gain of 4 to make it 2nd and 9 at the 12. Ray Rice in the game. That was intended for Heap, but it was incomplete. Field goal try for Tucker from 29 yards out. Pushed it left. Oh boy, did that give Denver another chance here. They trail by 7. It's 28-21. 2:50 to go. We'll go Thomas, medium cross. Each team with 3 timeouts. A sack by Art Donovan. And a 6-yard loss. They'll hurry to the line. Medium pass. Marshall. Incomplete, but a marker.
Intentional grounding.
Oh, they're going to get Elway for a grounding.
7, loss of down.
Elway is 23 of 40, 304 yards. Well, they might want to go for it on 4th should we get that far. Marshall over the middle on a slant, incomplete.
Offsides, defense.
But they'll get a new shot at it on 3rd. With Donovan called for an offside, so that'll be 3rd and 18. 2:13 left to go. Medium cross, Demarius Thomas. A gain of 5 yards. 4th and 13. We'll take it to the warning, and then we'll figure out what to do. Okay, this is going to go sharp. Medium out. No. Do not call this play. I wasn't done calling it yet. What are you doing? Okay, quarterback must pass. Route plus. Medium out. Now I want you to call this play. They look for sharp. And that is batted at the line, incomplete. Baltimore takes over. 1:57 to go. And I'm sure the doubters will be wondering, why didn't Denver punt there? I guess Elway wanted to try to keep the hot hand. Washington, a gain of 6, and Denver will have to start using their timeouts. Washington 6 carries and 27 yards. It's 2nd and 4 at the 11. Incomplete. Now, if you're Baltimore, why are you throwing it there? Washington, the intended receiver, Atwater all over him. 3rd and 4 at the 11, so a first down for Lewis. And that should pretty much do it. A 1st and goal at the 7. Complete, touchdown, Todd Heap. And Unitas has 5 on the day. He's at 400 yards exactly, with a $1:31 on the clock. The extra point just barely inside the left upright for Justin Tucker, 35-21. And the Denver fans are heading for the exits. Drones only returned that 4 yards to the 5. So Elway would just have to use the sidelines. That's pretty much all he could do. They have one timeout left, a gain of 15, and that gets Marshall over 100 on the day. Elway at 324. Smith, a medium out. They got to get 2 touchdowns, and they'll probably have a lot of trouble just getting one. Long out to Marshall. That's a catch. Down the left sideline he goes. Pickup of 20, and he's at 143 on the day. It was a 26-yard pickup, his longest of the season. He did not get out of bounds, so Denver will use their last timeout with a $1:05 on the clock. Thomas, a medium out. That's good. Gain of 18. So now you got to think of throwing it long here. We'll go long out to Smith. Elway. Incomplete. Looking for Terrell Davis and not finding him. 54 seconds left. The medium out route to Marshall. Caught. And a marker. That's his 10th catch of the day. Oh, they're going to call PI against Marshall. That's a gutsy call. 2nd and 20 at the 46. They'll go back to Thomas on the medium out. Going to have to keep calling out routes. 3rd and 20. We might just do long outs now. Marshall again. That's a gain of 4. 36 seconds left, so they have to hurry to the line and call a final play, which is not easily done. They're just going to bomb it here with Marshall. Elway, 28 of 49 now. That's incomplete. And the Ravens can take a knee and go to 8-4. And that's your final. It's 35-21 in favor of Baltimore. Who was the MVP? I think it would have to be Unitas, right? It was. He threw 5 touchdown passes. You see them there. He threw 1 to Barry, 2 to Alexander, 1 to Lenny Moore, and 1 to Todd Heap. 499 yards of total offense for Baltimore, 427 for Denver, so there was 926 total yardage in the game. Baltimore only went 1 out of 3 in the red zone, but they didn't have to visit the red zone all that much to be effective. Denver was perfect. 3 out of 3, 2 touchdowns and a field goal. 15 penalties. 64 plays ran by Baltimore. 70 by Denver. Look at the player stats. Well, you know Unitas had the big game. He went 104.2. Leading rusher, we have co-leading rushers, Jamal Lewis, 19 carries, 66 yards. And Terrell Davis, 17 of 66. Alexander had the big game in terms of receiving, in terms of yardage, 4 catches, 112. Marshall had 9 catches for 143, actually, so he led in yardage and catches. If you were wondering, as I am, about the punting situation, there were 11 punts in the game, and the way it was going in the first half, you thought there were going to be a lot more. But that didn't wind up happening. We wound up having a bit of a shootout. Won by Baltimore, and Baltimore goes 8-4. Denver at 7-5, and they're here in the footsteps of have to be Seattle and Las Vegas in the Western Conference. In fact, we're going to take a look at the standings right now and summarize that for you. Baltimore now leads the Upper North Division at the Lower North at 8-4. Cleveland has now fallen 7-5. And if they wind up tied with Green Bay, The way things look, it's going to be very tight on net points. Baltimore has 75 and Green Bay has 72. So if Green Bay loses, Baltimore will likely be the number one seed in the Northern Conference. Green Bay and Baltimore did not play each other this year. So we have that to look forward to. Baltimore, it could now wind up being the number one seed in the Northern Conference. In the West, Denver is now 7-5, but Seattle is 6-6. Las Vegas is now 6-6. Las Vegas could get into the fray here, and we'll just have to see how that plays out as things progress. So here's your next 4 HTFL games. We will release the schedule for Week 14 on the recap show Monday night at 6:30. This coming Monday night, the 23rd of November. And there you see it. San Francisco, Arizona will be our next game. Green Bay, San Diego. New Orleans and Los Angeles. Buffalo and Detroit will be the quote-unquote Monday night game. So you hope you enjoyed these last hour and a minute that we have been doing here. This is Big Paulie coming to you. We wish you well, no matter where you are and no matter when you see this. Godspeed, God bless. Bye-bye for now, everybody.